Welcome today, Maybach Little Wing Flat Top Aged Midnight. But of course, before I can hold it, I have to take it out of the box, which is what we're doing right about now.
Your people, they cheer and applaud. Advisors will always agree. But in your life, you don't need another fraud. What you need is...
And as you could see, the box contained not a guitar, but a really nice case, as Maybach always does, with the certificate of authenticity and all that stuff. And this beautiful brown Western Tolex print thing definitely gives you the feeling of a very high-end product with a Maybach logo embossed there in metal. You would say what you would expect of a guitar clocking in at $22.99 street price. However, they just go a little bit further. Now, I did not order this. Maybach said, I don't have a Maybach around at the moment, so I said, send whatever you want and I'll present it. And then they sent me this. This is not what I would have picked. I like bendy tops. Honestly, the arch top versus the flat top, on the pictures online, I can't see any difference. So maybe you don't want to spend the extra money. And I wouldn't have picked a guitar with dot inlays because I get that that's the style. I would not have picked a guitar with an acoustic style headstock. We're going to get to that. But it is the style. What is the style? We're going to be very, very honest here. And I know my good friends at Maybach will not like me saying this. It's a clone. It's a copy. It is. Maybach is not known for original designs, except for one of the hollow bodies they have, which I think is pretty original. And also with the F-holes they have, they can do it, but usually they have Strats and Tellys and Les Pauls and Jazzmasters. Now they have a Flying V, and they're not kind of at the edge of being possibly sued by companies. They're like right smack in the dirt. And this is a style that a few years came on the market from a company from Israel named B&G at $7,000. Ridiculous prices. And now they have a Chinese line at under $2,000. This is all made in Europe, and it has nothing to do with them, but you might think it does. Just to let you know, it's not an original idea. Sorry to say that, Maybach, but I have to, because this is what the channel is about. Full transparency. But let's go through the things I don't necessarily, and let's not go through the things I don't necessarily like. Let's go and actually just listen to it with some really beautiful shots that my lovely wife Leslie edited for you. Well, now that that's over, let's go and I'll tell you what I wouldn't put on this guitar. However, it is what this design asks for, but personally, I don't like this thing. We have a better way of attaching the strings. I don't even want to know what a pain in the massive ass it is to change the strings on this acoustic style with fiddling them in there and then even I don't even want to know. It's a look. I don't think it's function before design. What is it? Form for function, form. There are sayings. It's a look. I don't need it. I'd rather have something that's functional. And I think the traditional peg with the side is more functional, but it has a look. There's no volute. Don't know why. We all know that these types of headstocks, especially if they're slightly angled, and you see it is slightly angled, are prone to headstock breaks. So why not put a volute there? I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of the dots. I would put nothing in there, or something, but not dots. But it is the style of that instrument. There is no belly cuff and there's no armrest. That is excusable because it is a full hollow body guitar with a sustain block in the middle and a long neck tenon, which means this really goes in quite far. It is pretty blocky, but again, all in the style of that instrument. So everything I don't personally like on it, you can't really critique because that's just how these guitars are. We got volume, volume, tone, tone. I would go for volume and I'd be done. 3-position switch in a decent position. Amber Spirit of 59 pickups. And this bridge thing is from People. People make it. Doesn't say who makes the hardware. Oh, aluminium, Clusen open gear nickel. Comes with 10s. Nobody says who makes that. So the headstock is a slotted mahogany. Neck shape is a 50s neck and a 60s slim taper. I don't know if it's a combination or either or. I don't know. Double action truss rod, which is up here. Set neck, long tenon. I already said that. Ebony fretboard, 12-inch radius, medium jumbos, real bone nut, mop dots. Mother of pearl dots. Looks, I mean, very, very subtle mother of pearl. It's not modern wiring, 3-way toggle, has a mahogany body, sustain block with a maple top, nitrocellulose finish. And if you look at the back here, you can actually see the aging right there. It's not like, scraped off paint, but it is crackly paint on top here as well. It's pretty. I mean, it's a very, very, very pretty guitar. And in this video, it shows up right. I think on the website, they all show up 2 yellow. In the shots that you just saw, they're 2 yellow. This camera actually seems to really show you the color of the guitar. Tough to photograph. And I'm thinking that the people at iMusic Network on their website are not getting the right color. I had, as I said, the same problem with the red camera. So it is possible, but I don't know exactly how. Yeah, that is actually the color that it is. Now, before we send it into a bunch of amps and then you're done watching this video, let's go in context. And here we go. always, Tom James from Elevated Jam Tracks has the best tracks. Go to his channel to check that out. Now here's the kicker with this guitar. I might not like this. I might not like the dogs. I might not like the flatness. And it's not my thing. But then you play it and you fucking forget about all of it, because for $22.99, you get a guitar that sounds like a guitar, and I have a lot of high-end shit hanging here that sounds and it feels like a guitar worth twice as much. It is tone heaven. It is open. It is hollow body. It is everything that you want. It's a chunky neck that still sits beautifully in your hand. It's not too much. And just these cleans are to die for. I am right now in the Royalist by Tone King on the clean channel with some effects from the Ox, which is running a 412 creamback loaded cab. And this is what it sounds like. In the middle. Very acoustic feel right there in the middle, and here, of course, clean tonally, some of the finest sounds you can expect from any guitar in any price range, honestly. And we're gonna go to the MVP 66, which is gonna give us some JTM style cranked tones. This is clearly not your metal instrument, but holy crap, does it deliver classic vibes from beginning to end. We're gonna go to JCM 800, no effects, and just gonna see how it can rock. If you put your finger one fret too low, it sounds like this. That should be a song, not. You want to hear this with a modern amp? Of course. Here's the Rev G50 on the purple channel. It's that gray thing under the Soldano. I'm gonna go take it into a modern modeler, a Momo, which is the Quad Cortex on the table, and I have a bunch of nice presets in there, so you can hear what it would sound like if you're gonna do that with the Momo, or Quaco, which is a Momo. This is not a preset you can get because it's mine, it's called the Freeds. A little bit of overdrive. The big question is, how in tune is it? Because I have a feeling that this is not the most stable concept. Because so far, every single time I play this guitar, I'm fighting with the tuning. Yeah, E's off. A's almost there. D's good. G is still there. Okay, it's just the E string. When you're using these tuners, they do look nice. They're open geared, but it feels like clack, 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 clack. It's not the smoothest experience. They are precise, but it feels like, I don't know, like a door that closes too difficult. I get exactly where I'm supposed to be. Weird. Usually it was the G string again, but it was also a new guitar, so maybe that was it. Point is, tonally, if the style suits you and you are not looking for a metal instrument, tonally, for classic rock, for blues, for jazz, for jazz? Yep. That works. But if I knew, it would sound really good. This is a great instrument if it generally already visually appeals to you. and this doesn't scare you. You're rewarded with a great case, but I mean, you're rewarded with very unique, hollow body, open tones, and really a guitar that punches way above its price point, even though the price point is already $2,300. That's telling you that this is tonally one of the finest monsters out there, craftsmanship wise as well. Again, you have to like what it is. You have to like the Maybach Little Wing. That being said, I'll put links below. I thank my guys at iMusic Network and Maybach for letting me be who I am and being honest, because there's no other way. Thank you for the guitar. I will play it. I will use it in videos because it is a phenomenally sounding and playing instrument. Thank you so much. No money was exchanged. The guitar is in trade for my services. No, it is not a free instrument because my services usually cost money. Therefore, it is not free. Stop saying you guys are getting free guitars. It isn't true. And you're welcome to come here, argue with me over coffee. Coffee's free. Come here. I'll explain to you how this works. And then you're going to say, oh, no, it's actually really not free. It isn't. But hey, I know what it looks like from the outside. I can't argue with it. Actually, I can. I just told you I would. Links below, animals at the end.